So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new cards. There are no tokens here. I see a landmark. I see equipment. I'm hyped. I like equipment. So let's do this. 3 mana Cultist from Ionia. Shadowblade Fanatic, quick attack. Once you've equipped an ally this game, create a Shadow Fiend in hand. Shadow Fiend is a 4/3 elusive for 1 mana, right? So this is like Walmart Ren Shadowblade. Is he called Shadowblade actually? I don't even know. Yeah, they're ephemeral. Ephemeral with 4/3s, right? This not elusive, sorry. No, I mean ephemeral. It's not a 1 mana 4/3 elusive, it's an ephemeral. Alright, I'm sorry, chat. I think I just freaked everybody out. Okay, this seems kind of weak to me. I don't think I like a 3 mana 3/2 is like a Z and it has a condition. I don't really know how many equipment cards you want to play in your deck either, but it seems to me that you don't want like a ton of them. It's, yeah, sure, it's an equipment for Kayn because Kayn auto-equips, so it's really easy to do, but anywhere else, I don't see you playing this. But even in a Kayn deck, is this good? This doesn't really look like what Kayn wants to do. Even if you slow the game, yeah, okay, maybe getting that extra blocker is pretty good. The thing is, you can start comparing this to something like Treasure Seeker. Like, Treasure Seeker is a 2/1 that adds a 5/2 to your hand that you can be played with spell mana. This is a 3/2 for 3 mana that adds a 1 mana 4/3 to your hand. It's... if I compare this to Treasure Seeker, I'm gonna say this is hot garbage. The only thing that this is good for exactly is another Cultist to draw Kayn. That is the only thing I see that this card is going for it. But it seems bad. Yeah, sure. The fact that it has quick attack is nice, but a 3 mana 3/2 just ain't it. You know, especially once people start figuring out how broken Hate Spike is now. 1 mana deal 2? I'm sorry, but this card doesn't stand a chance of surviving more than 1 turn. No, this seems not very good to me. I don't think this is good. If this card sees play, it is because Kayn is so powerful that you just really want to play those unique Cultists to draw them as fast as possible. That is the only way. All right, next card, Mistfall. I love the art for this card, by the way. Landmark, 3 mana, Ionia. When I'm summoned, draw an equipment. The first time each round an unequipped ally is equipped, refill 1 spell mana and grant them +1/+0. This is Val Temple, but worse, I think. It's so hard to talk about how potentially powerful these cards are because I just don't know how good equipment is. But equipment, I don't see a reason why you want to have so many of them. It's okay, so let's say there is one equipment that's like really broken, right? Let's say there is a Papercraft Dragon equipment. Theoretically, okay? Probably not gonna, I hope it's not gonna happen. If that's the case, then you can play a 3 mana landmark to draw that reliably because you only have 3 of them in the deck, right? But then the second part of this landmark is completely wasted. Because this makes it seem that you want to like keep equipping stuff. This seems really, really bad, but I'm starting to get the impression that we're just missing context. We've seen Master Yi in Kayn's level up animation for the Shadow Assassin. We've seen Yi in the reveal stream fighting Kayn. So I feel like once we see Yi, maybe this makes more sense. But right now, if this were in the game, it seems trash. Yeah, auto-equip works better for it. I love that wording, by the way. Auto-equip is such a cool thing. It's like this unit or this follower, whatever, comes with its own equipment. And it auto-equips it. It's really, really cool. I really like auto-equip. Super cool that they put that in the game. But this card seems trash. Alright, I'm going next. This seems bad. 4 mana 2/4 Cultist from Noxian Defector. Quick attack. Attack, grow my power to that of the strongest equipped ally this round. So it's grow my power. I am going to be honest. If I am playing Noxus, I don't want to spend 4 mana on a 2/4 quick attack. I don't know how good equipment is going to be in Noxus, but this seems, again, pretty underwhelming. Rating these cards is kind of awkward. Not going to lie. Because even Kayn doesn't seem like an equipment champion. Kayn comes with his own equipment, but he works with Cultists. Now, I haven't seen any real synergy except the Dark and Ballista. But this, I don't know. Again, there's this requirement that you need to have an ally already equipped. And we've seen Kayn not grow super fast. Like, Kayn gets +1 attack every time he attacks. Kayn starts as a 2/5 for 5 mana. First time Kayn attacks, he's 3. Then after that, if you use the Kayn spell for like the free attack, he goes to 4. Kayn levels. This is going to grow to like a 6. On turn 5, if you're attacking on turn 5, this is going to grow to like a 4 or 5. Because you have to realize it needs to be equipped. You can play like a 10 attack minion, but if it's not equipped, then this thing isn't going to do anything. I don't see it right now. I feel like there's synergy we're missing. It looks cool. I hope this card is good, but right now, it seems pretty bad. You know what I want? I want an equipment that gives Challenger. Because if you can somehow equip like one of your followers with a Challenger, and then you also give it to this, you have a quick attack Challenger that can grow pretty big in stats, and Nox is pretty good at giving overall. I could see this potentially being strong in like Riven decks, if there is good equipment to synergize with it. I think Riven is like the most likely thing if you ever want to make a card like this work. This doesn't get a keyword? No. But I mean, no, it doesn't copy the keyword of whatever the equipped ally has. But if you can somehow give this Challenger, it becomes really, really powerful. And in a Riven deck, having the ability to give this like the Blade or whatever, like just overall even maybe, and you give the Blade to something else, because this grows itself in power anyway, it's pretty cool. All right, let's go next. I'm trying to say things about these cards, but so far, looking pretty underwhelming. Riven Blades should change equipment. I actually kind of agree. Blade of the Exile, but not the fragments. Blade of the Exile could be equipment. This is equipment for Piltover. 3 mana, 0/0. Gadolist V1.0. Your spells and skill deal 1 extra damage. Okay. This is like, you can equip your Funsmith. All right, this is really cool. This is really, really cool. This is awesome, actually. Wow. I love this card. I don't know how good it actually is, but the fact that you can like equip an ally with this for spell mana, and then you can start Mystic Shotting for like 3 before your unit gets removed. That's really cool. It's Tybulk as an equip. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. This in Tribeam is hilarious. Wait, that's so funny. Tribeam is so funny with this card. The problem is that Tribeam decks are pretty terrible at protecting their own units. So if you equip this on something, you give something +0/+0. I don't know. Yeah, it's Funsmith as equipment, exactly. But +0/+0. So you can easily kill the ally that this goes into. Or onto, rather. There's a lot of interacting you can do with this. You can interact with this card very easily. For 3 mana, I think this is pretty fair. This looks really powerful, but I think it's a fair card, the way I'm looking at it. Piltover can't protect their units. They have like Suit Up. I think that's it. I think they have Suit Up, and it ends there. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Yeah, it works with Talia, but can you play Talia with Piltover? I don't think so. I'm pretty hyped to bring back my boy Ballistic Bot with Victor. That is a deck I've always loved, and igniting the opponent's Nexus for 2 damage instead of 1, that's the good stuff. That's literally double. Oh, Ezreal Karma is a good call. Yeah, Ezreal Karma, I can see using this. You're right. Ezreal Karma is really interesting, if you can get there. Because that's Ionia, and Ionia is pretty good at making sure they stay safe. Gwen, yeah, Gwen too. But again, though, then you run into Piltover SI, and that just isn't really a region that can protect our units. I like Kayn and Ezreal, but that's a recall deck. And that, yeah, that makes things difficult as well. It's cute for Tri-Beam decks. I would like to see this in Tri-Beam decks. I think it's unlikely. I think if you want to use this, you're looking at an Ezreal deck that plays with something like Karma. And yeah, the saddest thing about Tybulk and now Gadolist and everything else like Funsmith is that it says spells and skills. So time bombs get no love here at all. But maybe if they ever release Gadolist v 2.0, maybe it'll say your spells, skills, and time bombs deal 1 extra damage. And, you know, that's wishful thinking. But we can, if we ask Riot nicely, maybe they'll put that in the game just for me. That'd be nice. All right, awesome card. Really, really like this one. Bilgewater, 5 mana fast, loaded vessel, deal 2 to a unit, draw 1 at the next round start for each damage dealt, and give them fleeting. Deal 2 to a unit, draw 1 the next round start for each damage dealt. Oh, so if you play this card without anything, you draw 2. You deal 2 and you draw 2. But if you have kegs, if you have the Gadolist, you can start drawing 3, 4, 5. Yeah. This is the unyielding keg support we've been waiting for all these years. And this is pretty awesome, dude. I like this a lot. Fleeting makes it meh. If they weren't fleeting, this would be the most broken card in the game. You could do some setup and you could draw like a million cards. You could literally level TF in 1 turn. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do, Chad. I was gonna play Keg OTK, but instead I just want to play Keg OTK yourself. You stack 30 kegs and then you play this card. And then you mill yourself. From Keg OTK to self OTK. Yeah, that's good. Self TK, that's the one. Wait, that would actually just be hilarious. Self TK. Yeah. Yo, the one and only Phineas. Thanks so much for the dono. Gadolist Riptide Rex.
Wait,
ooh.
Gadolist Riptide Rex.
That is kind of spicy. Yeah, Gadolist Riptide. I think overall that Bilgewater and Noxus are better right now, but in the past, before we got cards like Tybog, before we got cards like Disintegrate, like Piltover Bilgewater was definitely the better region. And if you can get away with that, if you can still play Piltover Bilgewater with like Ezreal and some nabbing, that would be awesome. Would love that. Like even on Make It Rain, right? Like Gadolist plus Make It Rain is already insane. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It's really cool. This is an awesome card. This is so, I don't think this is very competitive. I just would I think Powder Kegs are one of the most awesome card types in the game. Powder Kegs are brilliant. They're like this small mini game you play with your opponent. It's like mind games all around, but they're very interactable. Powder Kegs are super, super cool to have in a game. I remember when they got released and I was super impressed. And I would like more cards like this that kind of want you to play those type of cards like Powder Kegs. Interactable is weak. I mean, I don't think Powder Kegs are weak, but if you don't play them well, you can kill yourself with them. Like, I remember playing as Overwhelm and accidentally summoning like a keg. I've been screwed over because my Gangplank automatically summoned a keg, and my Overwhelm opponent would just pull the keg and then kill me. But by themselves, they're an amazing design. So cards like this, even though I'm not sure if this is powerful enough, makes Powder Kegs a little more enticing. Makes me want to put them in my deck a little more than normal, because the only Powder Keg card I look at is like Gangplank as a champion, and I don't think he really counts as a Powder Keg summoner, and the Dreadweight Deckhand, and that's about it. Love this card though. Super cool. Hexbliterator. What a name. 6 mana fast from Piltover and Zon. Deal 5 to unit. If I kill it, obliterate it. Okay. That's hilarious, because that's like already a tech against equipment. If I kill it, obliterate it. Yeah. Well, yeah, why Teemo though? It's a Teemo doll. Why are they just demolishing a Teemo doll? Damn. Yeah, this comes from Reddit. This is quite good. This destroys Undying, Equipment, Attach, Last Breath. This is a really cool card. I love this card in game. 6 mana deal 5 is just pretty good too. That's not bad at all. That's it's playing Monster Harpoon for the full cost, but you get to counterplay like a lot of stupid things that people are trying to do most of the time. Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. Yeah. The fact you can get rid of something like Papercraft with this, the fact you can deny some of Viego's level up when they're trying to do something stupid, it's cool. I wonder if this would be broken at 6. Because at 6, you can hit stuff like Hydrovine with it. And I think Viego is going to be a really powerful card in like a few weeks from now. So I think this is 100% a buff to Reggie. 100%. This is really, really good as a tech card. Kayn is 5 HP. Oh, God. You're right. The Kayn Killer is already in the game. Yeah, the Kayn Killer. That's what it is. There's also that Shurima card that they printed, right? Where you revive the strongest champion. You can't do that if it's obliterated. Yeah. I love this. Super cool card. That was the last one. All right, cool. Oh, wait, no, there's one more. 1 mana slow from Demacia. Silence and Suppress. That sounds like a very Demacia name for a card, but this icon does not scream Demacia. This I thought this was a Shurima card. Okay. Destroy unit's equipment, and if it's a follower, silence it. This card sucks. This is a really bad card. And there's only one reason. It's in Demacia. This is horrible. This is so bad. Demacia can't play cards like this. Better Equinox. I mean, it's a better Equinox, but you have to main deck this. It's conditional. It's 1 mana. It's in Demacia. Demacia already does such a bad job at replacing the cards they're playing. It's a really, really bad. You can't play this. If this was in like Bandle City, it would be a very good card because you can get it off a conch. You can like trinket trade into it. You can conch into it. But in Demacia, this is horrible. Yeah, Equinox would also be a terrible card if it was main deckable. You can if Equinox is in your deck, it's terrible. If you can invoke into it as an answer, it's fantastic. No, terrible card. Sure, if you're gonna... you could be a total jerk, right? You can go into the game on day 1, play a Demacia Piltover deck, you play 3 Silence and Suppress, you play 3 Hex Obliterators, and you're just gonna be like, hey, I hope I queue into some Kayn because I'm gonna ruin their day. Then yeah, maybe these cards are just fine. But in Demacia, as a tech card, this is awful. Demacia just can't play tech cards. It's just bad. This is the worst card we've seen so far. If you can't generate this, it's awful. Main decking this is trash. Yeah, it's a good hit off a conch. It's very good off a conch. If you can generate this off anything, it can be potentially really powerful. That's the thing, right, chat? If I'm playing a game against... let's see. If I'm playing a game against Swain, and I'm playing Targon, the second I see Equinox, I take Equinox. Because you shut down their win con. You can choose to get that Equinox. Right? If I'm playing against elites in Demacia, if I'm playing against, I don't know, Lux, whatever, if Broadwing wasn't a thing, and I invoke and I see Equinox, Messenger, and I see, I don't know, Crescent Strike, I'm never picking Equinox. That's the power. You can choose if you need it or not. If you put this in your deck and you draw it and you don't have any use for it, it's terrible. It's stuck in your hand all game long. Should be added to Demacian Telstones, maybe, yeah. If this was in Demacian Telstone, it would potentially be very powerful, yeah. Everyone who Equinoxes my Leviathan gets put on my list. How big is your list right now? That must be a pretty large list. If I made it onto a list every time I Equinox a levy, I think I'm like state enemy number 1. There's like FBI out there looking for me right now. Yeah, I saw the full art for Kayn, and it looked like Yi was there. So, yeah, Yi is pretty likely. That's not leaked. That's just Yi showing up in art. And Yi is probably going to be Ionian, so I have zero interest in even finding out what Yi does, to be honest. All right, cool cards. Loaded Vessel and Gadolist and Hex Obliterator are by far my favorite. The Shadowblade, Fanatic, Mistfall, Noxian, Defector. I have some question marks about these because I just don't know how good equipment is, and I don't know if there are cards that synergize with equipment being on a unit. If Master Yi says something like, I level up once you've equipped 3 units, then suddenly it's entirely possible that these cards are broken. But as they are right now, I don't see it. Kayn doesn't need to equip stuff. He does it himself. He doesn't have innate synergy with equipment. He does have synergy with Cultists, so that might matter. But again, these two cultists don't seem good enough unless it turns out that playing 3 unique ones to draw Kayn, like it says right here, once you've summoned 3+ cultist units, draw Kayn. If that matters, then, you know, maybe you want to play the Shadowblade Fanatic just so you can reliably get to Kayn. That's possible. Kayn's champion spell also very, very powerful. Kayn's Shadow Step, super good. This is a reason to play Cultist. Not only do you draw Kayn, you also draw a very, very cool champion spell that will win you games and that is not main deckable. So, yeah, we'll have to see what other cards release, but right now it looks like this guy, the Forsaken Bakai, even the Ranger Knight Defector seems pretty good. Wait, you have to play Cultist units, right? Yeah, Cultist units, so the Cultist spells don't count, but the Forsaken Bakai is so freaking good. It's already enough to carry a Kayn deck, I think. Kayn is looking very powerful, and we'll just have to see if there is a pre-built deck with him, if there is a champion synergy that makes sense with him, and then we'll find out how good these 3 cards really are. But I'm excited for the champion reveal, which we're probably getting on Saturday. So we gotta stay tuned a little while longer, and we'll find out what this Darken expansion is all about.